to show you some great businesses who are utilizing phytonutrients for phytonutraceuticals within their product offering that are currently focused on America. I think they're all focused on America. And there is, I believe, the opportunity to creatively model these businesses, bring them into other countries such as Australia, such as Europe, such as Mexico, such as India, which is an insane market for this sort of stuff. I believe there's a market for that. Okay, so one of the things I teach you is how to come up with product ideas, is to look at what's working in other countries and bring the idea into a different country. I've done it with heaps of different things. Super, super cool thing too. Anyway, so show you some good businesses that I think I've got the great potential of doing a lot right that you can model. So this is the first one, K18 Hair. Man, I love this. Longish time ago, I was thinking about COVID and thinking about all the different labs that have been set up in a massive hurry, fully equipped laboratories to test for COVID. And it struck me that post-COVID, there would be a lot of very, very bored lab technicians sitting around idle. And I had the idea to have some sort of hair product where you sent, you know, the initial step of the business was actually to send some of your hair to a lab. They would analyze it, and then they would send you back the analysis. And in the analysis, it would come with, you should be using these products, and here's where to buy these products. Okay. That was the basic premise of the business. That can apply to heaps of different things, but I was thinking hair care because I'm, you know, balding and going gray. Anyway, here's a company in America that has not taken it that far, but they've got a very, very scientific approach to their hair care products that I think is really, really good. K18, Molecular Repair Hair Oil. People always want to have this sense that their products are clinically proven, that they're at the cutting edge of science. There's always a subset of the market that really, really wants that. I think these people tap into it really well. The colors as well are weird because whilst they don't right off the bat scream science at you, actually, when you start looking through it, this kind of like brightness that they have, it kind of works. It kind of works. So I really like the colors on the website as well and how they've laid things out. I like as well the fact that they've got this very, very long form sales page at the front end. And the other thing I like as well, let's just go over to their TikTok page, is they are nailing their social media. So this is going to be a trend you're going to see for all of these, nailing their social media. Some really, really good things to learn from that. Give you that link as well. Ooh, very burpy this morning. K18, very, very smart. Okay. This look and feel, this brand, I think could work for a lot of different things. Even the name K18, like, you know, it sounds like some kind of formulation. And then they've got the little thing there. Anyway, so I really, really like it. I think they've done a great thing. It's focused on America. Next, Naturium. Totally different way of approaching this. Totally different way of approaching this. What these guys do, let me get all my stuff up. So their shtick is plant-based ingredients. Everything is plant-based. In Australia, there was the fantastic company that just sold for 150 million. What is that? Jurlique. So Jurlique was, I think, started in a garage out of Melbourne, grew reasonably quickly, all plant-based, very, very smart, wonderful branding. They recently sold that for 150 million. Pretty good exit for them. But there is always a market for the new thing with regards to putting plant-based ingredients in skincare. Okay. And I think these are doing it very, very well. These are doing it very, very well. Naturium, even the name is super cool. The name. Naturally, botanicals, ingredients, botanicals. That's what we were talking about earlier. I gave you all of the suppliers who could do that for you. I'll give you another supplier in just a little wee second who's going to focus and specialize in this sort of stuff as well. Anyway, so Naturium, very cool. Different way of approaching it. Like, look at the branding of these freaking products. Like that branding there versus this branding here. It's night and day who this is for. Okay. It's night and day. It really, really is. Very, very clever. You can imagine the person who's interested in this versus the person who's interested in this. And you, if you think about that person, they look very different as people. Anyway, again, totally different branding. Totally different branding. This is Tower 28. Even the name, very, very interesting name for these guys. What these guys do is these are all about sensitive skin. So their entire product range, their entire shtick is all around sensitive products for sensitive skin, hyper, as it happens, sensitive skin. Okay. Very, very interesting. And again, so two things about this. Let's see if we can. So their Instagram game is wickedly on point. Note to self, make sure you come on Thursday night when we talk about Instagram. Their Instagram game is absolutely on point. Let me give you that. Very clever what they're doing here. LA based. Okay. Well, you know, think about all the freaking people who are into that kind of vegan, cruelty-free. Think about the locations around Australia where that's the case. Think about the locations here in Europe where that's the case. Like, there's opportunities. There's opportunities for that sort of stuff. And again, it is 100% different person who's buying this or is attracted to this, more importantly, who's attracted to this brand story than it is for this brand story, than it is for this brand story. It really matters. It really matters. So that's three that I think are doing things really, really well. Each of the three are focused on America. It's a massive, massive market. You nail that market before you go anywhere else, of course. But in the interim, there's opportunities for you to set something up for yourself, using the ideas. I'm not saying you should copy it. What I'm saying is use the ideas, get ideas, use it as inspiration for your own particular brands. So how would you do that? Well, in Australia, the lovely Carinia, who's a mate of mine and owns this company, Private Label Skincare, she will set you up with your own skincare range using your own botanicals. You can either private label, so stick your logo and your packaging on her stuff, or she'll create your own stuff for you. She is, without a doubt, uber knowledgeable about skincare, phytonutrients within the Australian marketplace. Very, very cool lady. Has very, very low MOQs as well. You know, big opportunity there. Big opportunity. And I like skincare, not least of which because I used to sell skincare, but it's a wonderful thing to sell because if you do a good job and your shit works, people buy it over and over and over again. And that's great. Okay. Anyway, so private label skincare in Australia. And this is a company called Bottle X. They're actually out of the Netherlands, but they do all of Europe. These are very, very cool as well. So they will do your entire thing. Packaging, they'll do for you. Bottling, they'll do for you. Formulation, they'll do for you. They will do all of that for you, but within Europe, if you want to sell in Europe. And the good thing about getting production done in Europe is you already know it's right for the EU market as far as the rules and regulations go within the EU, of which there are many. Okay, so if you want to sell in the EU Europe market, it's much, much easier to get your shit made in EU. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are a community of over 2,500 professional e-commerce sellers from right around the world, selling on everything from Amazon to Shopify, eBay to Etsy, and much, much more. If you'd like to find out what we're doing and how we go about helping you make your business successful, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that is in the description. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.